What is going to be your plan to get people back to work? Hi, this is Linda Ray, CEO of NeuroCapability with another Brain Bite. I had a really interesting phrase this week, and I'm sure you're all familiar with the term business as usual. This person was talking about business as unusual. And the crisis, particularly in Australia, is kind of over. We've got used to working from home, and we're more familiar with how to use Zoom or whatever platform you're using. I think one of the things that's kind of interesting is we need to be thinking about, well, what happens next? And one of the things that I've noticed is that some organisations are ordering their people to come back to work. And obviously there's some challenges if you're still homeschooling, but they're wanting people back in the office. And to me, that kind of poses some level of a lack of trust that people will do the right thing at home. And some of it has been based on this idea that people aren't being productive when they're at home. So I think it's really important to be thinking about, if you are starting to think about that transition from isolation to in the future, and maybe for some people that's 4 weeks, 6 weeks, who knows down the track, what is going to be your plan to get people back to work? What are you going to do to address some of the levels of fear and anxiety? And also some of the assumptions that people maybe have made about what's going to happen next. There might be people who are saying, wow, this working from home is fantastic and I love it. I know not everyone feels like that. But there might be some people where they wanted to work from home for a really long time, and maybe they're making assumptions that business as unusual into the future may mean that they can do that. So it's really important, I think, that you give people as much certainty as you possibly can about what is going to happen next. And we know that the brain is a prediction organ, and we need those levels of certainty. I think it's also important, if you're a leader, to be acknowledging if people feel some fear and anxiety about returning to the workplace. They've been really good citizens, they've stayed at home, they've self-isolated, and now they're being asked to return to work when they may feel that it's still not entirely safe to do so, and still fear that they might catch COVID-19. So it's really important to acknowledge and not dismiss those feelings, and talk to people about what is your plan to keeping them safe.